right here, doing that. The roof itself is just non-repairable. No matter what we're doing, the shingles are not withstanding repair. Either we are going through, removing the nails from the top, it's causing permanent damage because we have to dig the nails out since they are installed properly flush to that shingle, or we come from below and then they do this. So we'll try this one from the top. Thank you. Again with this one, we are causing permanent damage to the shingle with all of this. This one is actually not overdriven. As you can see here, it's holding on nicely. So I'm not going to come up from below on this one. I'm going to attempt to do it from above. So I'm just damaging the shingle. Okay, I've got it perfectly lined up. I tried really hard as I struck to like lift at the same time. You know what, for this one, since I'm starting to get a little traction, let's go back to the putty knife just like we saw in that video the adjuster sent. Whew! Glad it wasn't a real knife. Yeah, it's not coming. It's not coming. We'll go back to the cat's paw. The only thing the putty knife is really good for is just overall thinness, but it's not rigid enough, there we go, to get these nails out. So, okay, there we go. Out with the old shingle. I'm just gonna slide that one over there. Ugh. Okay, in with the new one. Now it is on the rake. Trimming a shingle is permitted on rakes and in valleys, so we're good to go there. We are going to see how much we need to trim this by. Okay. All right. So now let's go ahead and let's do the install. So first, we're going to slide this up, and the reveal is totally off on this because this is not a compatible shingle. That's a good what?
Whole fingertip length.
Fingertip, about ½ inch. So the overall length doesn't matter because we are trimming it. And again, trimming shingles is permitted on the rakes and in the valleys. So Joseph would like us to use a roof snake to put these nails back in. So I will go ahead and just start with one. Okay. Get this positioned, lined up. And this is honestly my big problem with the roof snake is using it specifically how it's supposed to. It's actually, the nail's not going in completely straight and flush, and it's even damaging the nail head itself. So we'll keep trying though. Okay, we'll do another. So putting the nail in specifically as the roof snake instructions demand. We're gonna line that up. There we go. It's actually not flush all the way. Where's my putty knife? There we go. So it's actually not flush all the way. See, I can actually, you can hear that versus the old nails are flush all the way through. Here's one just right next to it. Like barely at all. Like compared back to over here. So I guess we'll just go back in and drive those in later on. All right, another nail, sir. Thank you. Okay, putting it back in the roof snake again. Okay. And actually, just from pulling the roof snake out, we can actually see a teeny bit of damage right there. Wasn't there before, it is now. Okay. Pressing on, we're gonna make sure that we're all the way clear. There we go. Still not flush. Still not flush right there. So, okay, pressing on. Actually, the roof snake, it's too high because I'm afraid to smash these shingles on our down. So, you know, still not fully flush as the manufacturer install instructions state. Thank you. Also not flush. Damaging the nail head on its way in. There we go. Okay, put one right here. Probably the most flush one yet, but I mean, clearly. I don't know if you can even hear that in the camera.
Still get a nail underneath there.
Okay, final one. Let's see. Actually, what other ones you have? Yeah, let's take that one. There we go. Just pulling the roof snake out. Another piece of damage right there. Which none of that damage occurred to any of the other shingles we pulled out like that. So with not using roof snake. Not quite. Okay. I will go ahead and I'll just trim this shingle off camera because it doesn't really matter for that. In terms of the overall repair and how it performs, we have this new piece of damage to the shingle. Whoop. We had this new piece of damage right here to the shingle. Whoop. Whoop. We had several, as I was pulling the nails out from the top, permanently damaged areas. Here's one. This is one taken from below. And it tore there just like it did in this repair from below here. This one we've got permanent damage on. I don't know how well you can like really zoom in on that, Gabe, but you can see where we had to get up underneath this shingle in order to do that. So damage there, damage there. None of these nails are sitting flush. Here we go. There's two more where the shingles are becoming damaged around it, which could lead to easier wind, or the wind picking these shingles up easier since there's not as much structure surrounding these shingles. We didn't have to get into this one. Looking back at our shingle we pulled out for our repair, we can actually really see quite easily. I'll just bring this to you, man. Right here, all of that is damaged around this nail. Both of these, damage around the nail, damage around the nail. This one, admittedly, because we call it as it is, this was overdriven, so this one doesn't count, but this roof is just non-repairable. Even using the guidelines that the adjuster stated going in from the top, using a roof snake to drive in the nails, and this is exactly why I personally don't prefer to use roof snakes, is the nails never get seated all the way, so I still have to go back in and drive these nails in the rest of the way. Again, this is Rogers Family Roofing at the Darr residence.